I'm Dr. Gregory James Hummer. I'm a trained trauma surgeon and the CEO of Simplicity Health Plans. We're in a big mess in the United States today as it pertains to healthcare, in particularly health insurance. And this short series of videos will help you understand how we got to that situation. 4 factors account for 70% of the chronic disease in the United States: high blood pressure, cholesterol, overweight, smoking. 8 out of 10 Americans today are relatively healthy and will spend no more than $700 to $800 in a year, and that includes families, which means the other 2 out of 10 spend most of all the resources that we have available. Currently, our healthcare expenditures are well over $2.2 trillion. This video will consist of 3 main components. The first will be the history of healthcare and how we got into this mess. The second will pertain to how to fix it. And the third will be information about Simplicity Health Plans and how we can offer a solution to the problem. Thank you for watching the videos, and I hope you enjoy them.
As the cost of benefit packages skyrocketed, corporations and insurance companies gave authority to managed care companies to scrutinize medical spending. During the 20th century, when the United States faced stiffer competition in the world economy, our rich compensation packages added to the cost of American goods and services. Very quickly, our total cost to produce goods and services rose significantly higher and faster than other nations' costs. As American companies tightened their belts, they reduced costs to stabilize profitability. Wages and benefits got squeezed. To stay competitive in the world market, either benefits had to go, employees had to pay more for their benefits, or employees had to go. And unfortunately, in many cases, both benefits and employees were shown the door, as jobs were sent overseas to take advantage of low-cost labor. Our cost of health care is dragging many companies and municipalities into bankruptcy, as less expensive foreign goods flood the U.S. markets. Look at the numbers. Health care costs on behalf of employees and their insured family members rose dramatically from $12 billion in 1970 to over $368 billion by the year 2002. Some executives at major corporations have stated that instead of selling the product the company was founded to market, they had become the largest providers of health care in the world. This dramatic increase in the cost of corporate health care resulted in a whole new breed of service companies in the health insurance industry. New corporations were formed within the industry itself to contain costs and to manage your health care. Unfortunately, as these organizations tightened up health care spending, their costs and their profits were added to the cost of our health care system. These costs all funnel back to the consumer of health care services. We not only pay for the provider's service, we pay for the service company's service. Do you recognize any of these buzzwords and terms that evolved from the managed care industry? Cost sharing, utilization review, lower cost alternatives, case management, telemedicine, demand management programs, coordination of benefits, managed care plans, fee-for-service in MCO, HMO, health maintenance organizations, networks, IPAs, EPOs, FFSIPs, MIPs, FFSMCs, PPOs, planned provider organizations, negotiated fee schedules, medical management, quality of care, and productivity incentives. Every service costs money, and the costs of all these services added to the traditional healthcare premium. While all these service companies are good-intentioned and were created to get you and your insurance company the best deal for your healthcare dollar, they also ended up controlling the volume of claims by managing your healthcare, telling you when you needed help and when you didn't need help. And finally, telling you who you could and could not see if you wanted your insurance company to participate in your claim. These managed care restrictions impose tremendous constraints on you and your doctor in the interest of lowering health care costs. Yet, health care expenditures have increased steadily at a pace of 10 to 15% per year, a good portion of those cost increases coming from the costs of these services. During the 90s, Americans were spending a lot more on health care, and their take-home pay was shrinking. The cost of health care has been out of control for several decades now, and it's a very serious problem for the American economy and the American people. The truth is, there are too many profit centers trying to get into your checkbook, and the real consumers of health care, you and your employer, have been held hostage to a rampant inflation in the health insurance industry, as the cost to administer the system has skyrocketed out of control.
Thank you for watching this segment. Be sure to tune in to the next clip.